What up? How you guys doing out there today? This is your boy Roto Beast. I'm here with my boy Jeremy. We're here to present you our NBA morning shoot around for Thursday, April 4th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, MLB, and NFL videos. Hey, and if you haven't came and checked out the website here at dfschichi.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily Fanduel, and DraftKings cash lineup. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure you come check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So, hey, what up, Jeremy? How you doing, bro?
Yo, what's up, man? I'm good.
Hey, tonight was
my Giants, bro. My Giants almost pulled it out. I mean,
Dodgers.
And I'm not hey, I could care less about the series. I just needed about 3 more runs, bro, and we were in takedown territory.
Yeah, no, I get you for sure. It's always about the money. It ain't about the team, right? For sure. That's how it is.
I know we're on NBA right now, NBA video, but I did tell everybody this morning that Mike Minor was going to be a really good play. Did I not?
Yeah, for sure. Hey, you did. You did. Yeah, Houston's struggling, bro. They're struggling big time. And today was the same thing that we talked about, was that they're getting people on base. They just can't get nobody in.
Can't get nobody in.
All right, so hey, let's talk some basketball real quick before we do. Hey, I'm just gonna keep it real. Hey, all of our lines that were posted on the site tonight, cash. NBA, DraftKings, and FanDuel. MLB, DraftKings, and FanDuel. Great night for the money team. Hey, check out the site, dfscheatsheet.com. We got everything, man. So, hey, let's jump into this basketball slate. And we got 3-game slate, couple decent games, and we got, I don't know, we'll get into it. But you ready to go, man?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool. Real quick, before we do, if you guys don't mind, please take that quick second, click the like button down below. Helps me out, and I really, really appreciate that from you guys. And yeah, man, let's jump into it. So the first game we're going to go with is probably going to be the best game on the slate of the night for sure. You got the Milwaukee Bucks going into Philadelphia to face the 76ers. We don't have an over-under yet, but Milwaukee is favored by 2.5 in this one.
So, I mean, Chris Middleton missed the last game he was ruled out of. So let's see what happens here. Game time decision. Ilyasova, game time decision. If Ilyasova is to sit, Chris Middleton is to sit, I think you could definitely roll out DJ Wilson. I think he'll get a bump. And at minimum value on a 3-game slate, I think it's a good spot to look at him. Embiid, I believe, is expected back tomorrow, correct? So I won't be looking at Brook Lopez. Eric Bledsoe's price at $8,000. I'm not really interested in that. Sterling Brown, very interesting play here. We know about Sterling Brown from way back, right?
Hey, really quick. Not to interrupt you. I don't know if he's supposed to sit out for 3 games. Has he already set out the 3rd game? I know he set out 2 already.
Who, Embiid?
Yeah.
He has set out 2, yeah.
So I don't know if he's going to be back, because it says the news was saying that he plans on sitting out the next 3 games. So I don't know. I think we got to see.
No, but this is the game he's planned to come back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure, because that's a big piece of news on this slate for sure.
Yeah. So where was I? All right. So Bledsoe at 8,000, I'm not really interested in, because I think that the Cleveland-Sacramento game is going to have some value, and I think it could be competitive. And Bledsoe 8,000, just not a place that I think you need to go. It is a 3-game slate. So again, on 3-game slates, you have to look for places to differentiate yourself. I just don't know if Milwaukee is that spot to be different. If it is, it's probably the pay up spot with Giannis, right? With Embiid coming back, Simmons at 9.4. If you're going to pay up, I think that, you've got Curry. Look, we thought tonight, and I thought it was so interesting to see Twitter giving updates on the Spurs lineup, and the last update I saw was from a beat writer saying no Spurs will be rested. So clearly we weren't the only people last night thinking that Popovich will pull the okey doke and rest his starters, right? So the interesting thing to me is I know Golden State needs to keep winning, but it'll be interesting to see if they've been famous for ruling one guy out, like they'll give Klay Thompson a break or they'll give Steph a break, right? So that I think will be interesting to see what happens with that. So, but as far as the slate goes, the one pay-up spot is Giannis that I think you might be able to be different with. Sterling Brown, again, 4.1. That's an interesting look as well.
On the Sixers side, I mean, I expect this game to be very competitive, go back and forth. With Embiid back, they got the regular starters back in the rotation. I mean, Embiid going against Brook Lopez, I think this is a spot that he can absolutely have a really, really good game. 11.6, you need about 57 for him to hit value. I mean, he can get there. I don't know how much upside I'm really getting on that. I mean, maybe, he definitely does have 70 fantasy point upside. But I think this is a spot that he can crush and it gives you a solid floor if that's what you're looking for some cash games. Tobias Harris, 7,000. I think he's a very fair price tag. I like all the starters. Jimmy Butler's a guy I'm not really on. When everybody's in the rotation, he's the guy that tends to be the odd man out. And at 8,000, I'm at 8,100. It's not a give me price tag. So, I mean, Butler, I mean, you can look at him in GPPs, but I like the other four guys. I think they're all fair priced. I mean, I think they're all going to play heavy minutes tomorrow. So I like the starters. That's really where I'm at. And like I said, not so much on Butler. I'm not really going to look at the bench guys with everybody back. Like I said, I think they're all going to play heavy minutes. So it's really just those guys. And I mean, I'm moving on. Do you like any of the bench guys for the Sixers?
Mike Scott.
Mike Scott, okay.
I just think, the guy's 3.5, and I know it's a short video, and I know we're trying to blow through, but let me just show you what's going on here. I mean, this guy has upside, and I know that it's been 13-9, 13-9, 14-9, 10-6, 17-6, 13-3, right? And then look, against Milwaukee, he had an 18.3 game. So I'm not saying that this is a play that you should fall in love with, but it's a play I always have interest in when you have a guy at 3.5 and you take a look at his minutes and he's playing as many as 28, 27, but he's really averaging right about 23 minutes here in the stretch. I mean, you're talking a couple of rebounds and another basket away from making 6x on 3.5. So I think it's a guy you could definitely consider in tournaments, and I think it's a superior salary saver because it's not a punt by any means. He's going to get 23 minutes. And, like I said, another rebound and another dunk, and he's got 6x.
Yeah, no, I think that's a pretty good call for sure. Just one quick thing I wanted to note. In the chat, Average Joe was saying that Fanduel has Embiid already ruled out for tomorrow. So I'm not sure.
So let me just look. I'm just going to touch on something quickly. You could go to any site, right? Fanduel included. You could go to our site if that's included in that. We all pretty much. I mean, look. But it's not a secret. Everybody pretty much gets the same data from the same sources, and it's all about. So my point is that everybody's site pretty much the data that we get is fed off of their last distinction. So he's been ruled out for 2 straight games. FanDuel will leave him as out, and you'll see the same thing with game time decision designations, etc. So until it says he's going to play tomorrow, FanDuel should keep him out, as we will as well. We just have him in the projected starting lineup because the news is he's scheduled to come back in their home game against Milwaukee. So That would be this game.
Yeah. No, that's a big piece of news. So that is something that we got to wait on tomorrow. But I mean, either way, like I said, it's really just the starters for me. And then I think that is a good call, Mike Scott. He is a guy who's going to get about 22 minutes. But yeah, man.
I mean, we just so everybody knows, I'm not trying to like honk our horn, but we have the same exact data that FanDuel has, like from the like we have the same data. So we have him ruled out also. We just have him in the projected starting lineup. But if you look at the news from beat reporters, I mean, we pull our news from RotoWire. RotoWire is the authority in news and keeping up on this with beat writers. And it says right here that they plan to bring him back on April 4th against the Bucks. So that's the plan for them. Until further notice, I would go with what they've said they're going to do.
Moving on, next game we're going to go with, it's going to be the Cleveland Cavaliers going into Sacramento to face the Kings. This game has a 228.5 over under. Sacramento's favored by 9.5 in this one.
Look, what do you want me to say about this game? I think this could be a fun game, and that's kind of where I'm going to leave it. There's a couple games left in the season. Thankfully for Sacramento, in my opinion, they've stayed relatively healthy. I know that Harry Giles is out for the season now, but they've stayed relatively healthy. I look for them to go and compete like they've done all season long. It's a good, fun team, and I think that Cleveland, you've got Brandon Knight, you've got Jetty Osman, you've got Tristan Thompson at 0.4. Colin Sexton has been a good play really all year, except for when we have those times where his price tag gets closer to 7,000 and you just can't justify it. But 37 minutes at 6.6 on a 3-game slate, oh yeah, I'll play that all day long. Interesting news to watch is obviously going to be with Kevin Love. If Kevin Love is not going to play, I think you could definitely go right back to the Marquise Chris well. I know that he's been a guy that has gotten run. He's been a guy that I've played a ton. Coming off, you see where he's at, only 9. His average run is like 9 to 11 minutes. But with no Kevin Love tomorrow, you could probably see him get 16 to 17 minutes. And I think this is a fun spot for him as well, too. So it's a guy that I'm keeping an eye on to see what happens with Kevin Love. I can tell you one thing right now, on a 3-game slate, one way to differentiate yourself would be if Kevin Love is out, to roll a Mike Scott and a Marquise Chris at your power forward spot in tournaments a few times. It'll give you a completely different build that I guarantee you people are not going to build.
On the Kings side, I mean, you look at the guys that we always look at. They played earlier this year. De'Aaron Fox had 55 fantasy points in that game, 8.6 price tag. He's in play. Buddy Hield had 38 fantasy points at a 7.7 price tag. That's basically what we need for him to hit value. I mean, both of those guys are probably the top 2 guys to look at. Harrison Barnes, 5,000, very good price tag. He's going to give you, 25 and give you 5x. I mean, that's what he does. It's not no crazy upside. He has 30, 35 fantasy point upside, but he's going to give you 25. That's what he does. You can look at him, and then you look at the obvious guys off the bench. Marvin Bagley, 7,500. He played limited minutes the first time. He played like 23 minutes, so he got like 27, 28 fantasy points. It was nothing big, but now he's getting more minutes right now, and he's playing a lot better than he was earlier in the year. And I like him in this spot, 7,500, especially if Love is out. Then I like him even more. I think he can have a good little day down there in the paint. And then you look at Bojan, 5,800, coming off the bench, but they figure out ways to get this guy's minutes. He plays, right around, I would say, averages about 28 minutes a game. He's definitely, somewhat up and down, but he does have some upside, though. He definitely has the upside in GPPs. A lot of people are probably going to be on Buddy Hield. You talked about differentiating yourself. Instead of going Buddy Hield, you can save a little bit of money and go Bojan, 5,800. I think it's a decent price tag for him. So I think he is in play. Yeah, so like I said, my main guys on the Kings are going to be Bojan, Bagley, Fox, Hill, and you can throw in a little bit of Harrison Barnes.
Cool.
Next game, final game of the night. We got the Warriors going into Los Angeles to face the Lakers. This game has a 227 over/under, and Golden State is favored by 13 in this one.
I'm really interested to see what they do. If in fact they rule somebody out, I could see Iguodala not possibly being ruled out. They have a 1.5 game lead over the 1 seed. This would pretty much wrap it up with a win here. I fully expect this game to be somewhat close for a little while. I think the Lakers are going to come out and throw a haymaker. And I think the Warriors will have a little bit of letdown coming off a huge win against – I've been involved in sports for my entire life. I've been coaching sports for almost 18 years, and I – never fails. A huge game, a huge win, and there's a huge letdown in your next game. So I think that the Lakers will throw a haymaker at them. I think the game can stay close for a little while. It'll be really interesting to see what happens if guys get ruled out. But having said that, Klay Thompson is my number 1 target in the spot. Number 2 target is DeMarcus Cousins. And that's really the 2 guys I'm looking to play a lot here. I do have some interest in the Lakers as well. You'll get into that, but Boogie Cousins at 9.2 and Klay Thompson at 7.1. I don't have to tell everybody the narrative of Klay Thompson. The guy just gets up to play in this building, and for a number of reasons. His dad, it's where he grew up. His dad is going to call the game on Lakers radio. His dad's a sportscaster on ESPN LA. It's just there's a narrative with him leaving Golden State and the Lakers picking him up in July. So he's killed the Lakers in this building before. He's only 7-1. I've said all season long that this guy's one of the safest plays on any slate when his price tag is between 6.5 and 7.5 because he's going to give you 30. I just think he's probably my top play on the entire slate tomorrow is Klay Thompson.
Yeah, no, Klay Thompson's a really good play tomorrow.
And he'll probably, and now that I've said all this, he'll probably be the guy they rest.
On the Lakers side, there's a couple guys, man. I think you can look at Wagner. He's getting a bunch of minutes. He's 3,800 in the starting lineup. I know it's not a sexy call, but I mean, he's your job spot play is basically what it is. And the guy, the past 2 games, he played 25, 28 minutes. He played, get you a little bit of defensive stats. If he can make a couple more shots, he's going to get you, easily in the 20s. He's doing a little bit of everything else. And that 3,800 price tag, I just think that he's a solid play if he's going to play, 26 minutes in this game. Very up-tempo game. He's a young dude, can run up and down. I mean, they're short-handed. So, I mean.
Hey, who are you talking about?
This guy, Wagner?
I just want to hear you say it one more time because you're a Laker fan.
I know. You're telling me.
Hey,
I'm talking about this fucking guy right before the playoffs, bro.
Hey, it's not Wagner, bro. He's German, isn't he? Isn't it? It's Wagner.
I don't know, bro.
It's Wagner, bro. Wagner. I just wanted to quickly add one more name. I'm gonna call it Steph's Archd. The list of mispronounced names.
Hey, so anyways, I like Wagner. I think he's a good play. More like and he's playing the minutes. Rajon Rondo going against the Warriors. I mean, if the Lakers are gonna have any chance, they're gonna need him to play. The game of the season, basically. 7,500, the price tag's not a give me price tag, but I do think he does give you a solid floor. If they can keep it anywhere close going into the fourth quarter. GPP play for me. Lance Stevenson's getting some minutes, 4,700. I think he is in play. Oh man, I don't really know what else to do. I mean, Caruso's a guy that's 5,200. This guy's like having like a breaking out party. He's played 26 minutes in 3 of the past 4 games. He's got you at least 21, and he showed that he has a 42 fantasy point upside. So I think he's a guy in play. But I honestly don't know what to do with the Lakers, man. I like the guy Wagner. I mean, that's really where I'm at.
Hey, let me ask you this though. You like Wagner, right?
Yeah, I like him.
So, I mean, he's played big minutes, 25 minutes, 28 minutes, etc. So I get that. I get that part of it in the last 2 games. But are you more interested in him at 3,800 or Mike Muscala at 3,800?
Man, let me check out Mike Muscala. 19. If you're asking me who I think's a better player, I think Mike Muscala is a better player and gives you more upside, to be honest. So, I've played Mike Muscala when he was on Atlanta, wasn't it?
Oh, Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, Philadelphia. And hey, man, he has like 35 fantasy point upsides. I've seen it from him. But it's really just who's going to get the minutes. I mean, that's what it really comes down to at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
I like Muscala, man. Well, here's my second question before we hop off. Do you think Kyle Kuzma plays?
I think they're just might as well just sit him out.
That's what I think. Just shut him down.
Yeah, but but you got me thinking though. I think that a lot of people will probably be on Wagner. Is that how you say it?
Wagner. Yeah.
So I think a lot.
Don't ask me why. They're weird people, bro. They don't pronounce W's as V's.
But Muscala is for the exact same price. I think it's a very, very good contrarian way to go. If a lot of people are going to be on the other guy, and he has, he's going to still give you 15, 16. He's going to play. They don't have that many guys.
I'm just thinking. I know we're done, but I'm just thinking this. On paper, the Warriors should just rout them tomorrow, right? They should just literally rout them. And if that happens, I think Muscala could play the entire fourth quarter. And if that happens, he has a good chance of getting you 30.
Yeah, no, for sure. No, I like Mike Muscala. I'm a Muscala fan, but I'm not a fan enough of him where I felt we should have kept Zubac. You know what I mean?
Oh, you mean got rid of Zubac?
No, but I'm saying we traded Zubac for Muscala. How much would I rather?
Yeah, have Zubac all day.
Yeah. So
Zubats.
Zubats. All right. Hey, we're out of here, man. Hey, make sure and check out the site. Jeremy actually just posted our NASCAR preview for this weekend. Very, very good article. Go check it out. Literally just went up. I'm about to go head over and check that out myself. Hey, NASCAR, it sounds fun. I haven't got a chance to play. I know you've been doing very well in it. So, yeah, I'm going to dabble this weekend in it and just kind of see what I can come up with. So, hey, check out the site,
cheatsheet.com. You can't ask for a better guy either.
Hey, good luck on your guys' contest tomorrow, all right? Peace out.